Print email Facebook Twitter More Tassal could move its pens to resolve Dover fish vs chips. Stoosh suggests forestry group relocating Tassal salmon pens could be one way to resolve a stalemate over a proposed wood chip port in Dover, says the group representing Tasmania's forestry industry. The proponents of the $42 million wood chip export facility have put the project on hold until the state government can help them resolve tensions with the aquaculture industry. Southwood Fibre said it would not proceed with a development application because its chosen site had competing interests. The update from Southwood director James Neville Smith, posted on the company's website, follows meetings last week with fish farmers Tassal and Huon Aquaculture. Both companies have expressed concerns about the biosecurity impacts of the wood chip loading facility being built so close to their operations. Despite mutual respect for each other's sectors, and the need for regional economic development, meetings held between the relevant parties last week have clearly shown that a resolution will not be found without government assistance, Mr. Neville Smith wrote. As such, representatives of both the aquaculture and forest sectors have sent a letter to the government seeking leadership on this important issue. The state government has granted approval for Southwood to lodge a development application with the Huon Valley Council for the site, which is on Crown land. Mr. Neville Smith said he was awaiting a response from the Premier. I can advise that the development application will not proceed any further until discussions with the government, aquaculture's peak body, and forestry's peak body provides a clear pathway forward, he said. Relocate pens? No, says Tassal. Terry Edwards from the Forest Industries Association of Tasmania said it was possible for Tassal to move its salmon farming operation. Tassal have been trying, I think, for some time to enlarge one of their other leases, which would enable them perhaps to move some pens from where they are, he said. I don't want to speak for Tassal. I don't want to put forward what the solutions might look like because I don't know. That's between the parties to talk through with the Premier. Tassal and Huon Aquaculture have jointly written to the Premier to seek a meeting. A Tassal spokesman said the company's concerns about the project remained. The health of our fish is paramount and we would have concerns from a biosecurity perspective with the proposed development operating so close to our lease, he said. As we have previously stated, we have no plans to retire or relocate the lease. Visor Bailey from the Wilderness Society said Southwood's approach to the government would most likely result in a request for taxpayer funds to relocate either the chip port or the salmon farm. Really? The government and Will Hodgman should be ruling out putting any public money whatsoever into this project, he said. It's difficult to see it ending up in anything other than a stalemate, because you just have to look at the maps or look at the site and realize that this is a bad spot for a wood chip port. Premier seeking advice last week. Deputy Premier Jeremy Rockcliffe and Primary Industries Minister Sarah Courtney said they hoped the parties involved in the proposal could reach agreement. Today Premier Will Hodgman said projects such as Strathblane needed to stand on their own 2 feet. It's a matter for the proponent to lodge a development application and go through the independent planning process, and I'd be surprised if people are suggesting we should intervene in that, he said. Needless to say, any investor in any sector that's going to support Tasmania's economy we will want to support, and I will seek further advice as to the reasons. I've only just learnt that information and obviously talked to all interested parties about any other options that may exist. Mr. Hodgman later added that the government was happy to continue acting as a facilitator in talks between the companies. Print email Facebook Twitter